person to talk about dreams and also how all of us can achieve those dreams. And he is none other than our dear Toastmaster Dylan Joseph. And Toastmaster Dylan Joseph is the semi-finalist of international speech contest in 2022, and he is a quarterfinalist in the international speech in 2021, 2 times district champion of the international speech contest 2021 and 2022, Division F Humorous Speech Contest Champion 2018, Division B International Speech Champion 2023, and he is a seasoned Toastmaster from 2015. And beyond everything, he is our champion because he is our hero. He joined our club, even though our club is a small one, very struggling club. He gave his hand to help us and join our club. Because of that, he is our champion. And I cordially invite Toastmaster Dylan Joseph to talk about dreams, fear versus dreams. Toastmaster Dylan Joseph, over to you.
Thank you, Gaini, for that lovely introduction. I guess you put the perfect foundation for me to build a house with your best ever example. As we know that all the Toastmasters says, okay, share your personal experience. So there she goes. Now I just want a confirmation whether you can see my screen. Let me share. Right, can you see? Okay. Right, can you see still?
Yes, can see.
Right, great. Now, my very first question to you all. How many of you have a dream? I see few hands going up. Okay. I believe most of us have. Now, if you think that I'm going to talk about public speaking, no, because I have other dreams as well. Now, other dreams also can be related to the public speaking. Now, let me share with you one of my dreams. This happened in one of my stories also. One of my winning speeches also tells about these stories, that I became a musical instrument manufacturer, percussion instrument manufacturer. Now, this has a history, as I mentioned in the speech. So I was a chorister, I was singing a lot, but I wanted to play an instrument. I tried the piano, but piano was a little difficult. Then I started to manufacture this box called cajon that, let me show that cajon first. So this cajon. Now this cajon is a box where you sit on it and play. Now why is this particular picture is very interesting and important to me. This was the very first cajon that I made in 2018, February 17th, right? So I have this picture with the date, because it was a milestone for me in my life, because something that I loved, something I dreamt, became a reality. So I able to manufacture it. Now, if you ask me what's the relationship between the public speaking and this cajon, now you see that this cajon is a wood, a piece of wood helped me to build this. Now, when you're manufacturing something like this, you cut them and you fix them and you paint them, and then only these small pieces with the perfection of it becomes a masterpiece. Now, if you take our speeches, there might be lots of things that we are considering in the speech, but try to disassemble them. You will talk about vocal variety. You will talk about speech structuring. You will further talk about how to craft a speech with the right words, maybe similes, metaphors using. Now, everything comes together as a final product for a good speech to become a masterpiece, right? Now, your dreams won't put you to sleep, they will keep you awake. Now, from the day that I manufactured this Kahun, I had this crazy idea to manufacture some more. Now, this led to a hobby and a small business, I would say, right? Now, because this wood is costly, and whatever the research and development that you do, because I'm crazy over it, because I had a passion, I had an everlasting dream on it. So doing one was not enough for me. So what I did was I started to continuously manufacture. Now these are the initial stage Kahuns which I did. Onto your right hand side, you would see that was the very first Kahuns which I made, and on the left hand side also one. On the center one is another important thing about the center one, because this design was done by a Toastmaster. Then I did an screen printing, I printed it, right? So when you have a dream, you will discover it, and that discoverization become an art, the wisdom, and that's why that I'm talking to you also today, because I discovered the art of public speaking the way that I know, and I'm sharing it. So you would get the wisdom by harping on your passion. Now, another thing on the center one, this is the Sri Lanka's first angle Kahun, which I manufactured. I don't think that anyone had manufactured in a commercial scale. So you see that face is on an angle, slant angle, and I gifted this Kahun to the lady who did the art. So it was a one-off manufacturing, done and gifted. Later, I used this same art for the other Kahuns as well. Now, as I mentioned, that once you have the passion, you start discovering it. Now, I wanted a brand to come in. Now, brand is highly backed with a person. Now, this brand was highly backed by myself and my wife. I manufacture, she's the marketing, or rather, I would say quality controller, right? Very tough. It's like a mentor that you get, a tough mentor, I would say, not a Toastmaster mentor, a tough mentor. Now, she was on to the spot. If a slight angle or a slight roughness on the wood, I have to redo it again. I had no chance, because these disciplines makes the brand perfect. Now, this is the initial brand which came up. Okay, it's just a word with 3 dots. Now, this andante means relatively slow pace in music. Okay, it calls relatively slow pace. If I give you an example, if you might have heard certain songs, suddenly they goes on the fast beat and stop, and they go on the what you call fast beat, then go to a slow beat, right? If you know that that song has that the fast beat, again suddenly change to the slow beat. So that is called andante in musical term. Now, doing this brand and manufacturing a decent amount of Kahun didn't stop me to find how we can enhance this brand. Now, later, I came up with another brand. In the sense, same brand, the logo changed. Now you see an A is coming on top. And this is a daydream, I would say. Now you can understand how a small thing that we do, when we started to dream and discover, it keeps you awake. It won't put you to sleep. Later, now this is an image which I have done right on the wood. Now, no Photoshop. This is actually a wood that we have used and the print on it. This is a straight away from the camera. And one day, I have a storeroom that all the manufacturing was done in this storeroom. One day I got an order for about, I think, 50 cajones, or no, 30 cajones maybe. I manufactured 30 cajones, and the balance 20, I didn't finish it because I don't have enough space in my house to keep, because I can keep them. Otherwise, if not, I have to move from the house. Because anyway, I know my wife will chase me, so I have to move from the house, keeping the cajones in the house, right? So I decided, okay, I will not complete those cajones, and after I move the manufactured ones, then I will start the other balance ones to finish them up. Now I took about 1 month to clear everything, and when I entered the storeroom, it was a mess. So I started slowly cleaning them. And as you know that normally when you are doing the spray painting, you use a mask, a mask to protect your lungs, right? So because when you're doing spray painting, all the gases and everything you inhale and exhale, so it's a mask protection that you wear. So I was wearing this mask, and this mask was on top of the table, and inside that there was a clot of cobwebs. So I wanted to put my hand and remove it, but I had a doubt, because it's very rare to see a cobweb, a clot just falling on the mask. So I very closely looked at it, right? Okay, if you want a close-up, this was the thing, right? Was inside the mask. When I saw this, I ran. I will change the slide. So you see, one thing you want to see the design of this viper, right? Skin design of the viper. I ran away from the room. I didn't want to stay because I'm dead scared of serpents. So I ran, and while running, I remembered something. Now, if I ran away, and if this viper creeps into some other place, I don't know where exactly it went, right? So it is rather better to watch it until it moves, or kill it, or make sure that you put it in some on a bag or something and throw it away, right? I went there again. I went to the room again. Still this viper was inside it. What I did was, I was just watching as much as I can. And I called my brother-in-law, and he said, okay, if you are killing, I will not support you. If you can catch it and put it in a bag or something and give me, I will go and throw. So it's a deal. But I decided I will not kill it, because I put it in a bucket and closed it, and I gave him for him to throw. There was a reason. Even though I was dead afraid, even though it was a dreadful moment, I saw something in that viper. Running away from your fear is more difficult, because I had a dream in that room to manufacture my cajones, right? So what I did was, as I told you, I was keep on looking at it. Now this is the skin. This is a Google photo. Don't worry, this is not the same viper. Now what I saw was a mix of colors, which you cannot do it unless otherwise you are an artist. I started to thank the creator for creating this universe so beautifully with so much of designs, so much of color combinations. And it was amazing. Your fear will keep you afraid until you get friendly with that fear. If you are scared for something, get engaged, nothing else. Don't run away. This artistic thinking led me to a different angle. Now, after that, if the fear can stop you, your dream is not big enough, right? So I conquered my storeroom again, and this was a unique and how can I put it, the quality wise and the design wise enhanced Cajones. If I stop my dream there at that moment, thinking I will never ever walk into that room because of my fear, it wouldn't have worked this beautifully for me to come up with a brand where most of the Sri Lankan aware and love to play. If I have just drift away my dreams at that time. So this didn't stop there. And these are the few other counts which I did, the designs. Now the center mask that you see is designed by a teacher in Kegol. I bought the design from her. The lion face on the second one on the left is again something that I bought, and the right hand corner lion face one, it's from the internet, which I bought, right? So you see, once you started to dream it, it becomes your passion. Once you started to master your passion, you become someone that the others cannot compare, or you cannot be matched. Do you think that I stopped there? I don't want to say I, because my wife also backed me on this. We had a shop especially for Cajones before COVID. Unfortunately, it hit with the COVID, but still, since I'm not in Sri Lanka, that manufacturing is not happening. It happens once I go on the vacation, I do few, and then I come back here, right? So this is how a dare dream can conquer the fear and make it an ultimate success of your life. What is your dream in life? It might be walking onto the stage and getting a trophy for public speaking. This was a very first photo of my very first area winning. I won the 3rd place. And DTM Ganga is there. And from that day onward, she was eyeing me. Not before that, she was eyeing me for the contests. Then this was my very first division stage. You might be wondering that I'm wearing a big blazer, that the story was about the big blazer, right? And this was my first division winning. It's a Division F humorous speech contest in 2018. And then the semi-final stage and the quarterfinals, it was the same me. My dream and the passion about public speaking also started like this. You will go through lots of fearsome situations. You will feel that entire world is blank and you're just standing and you're unable to breathe. You don't get the words to speak. I got the same thing. But my dream was bigger than those fears. In summary, find your passion, dream about it. Let your dream also progress. Don't just keep it. Let that also get progressed. Do not complicate your dreams with options. Be a minimalist. This word came just I was designing the presentation, minimalist, which means you're not going behind options, you're not going behind overloaded information. You just decide what you want and you stick to it. Now in social media, it's so much misleading. Not misleading in the sense misinformation, but misleading with the information that you want, with the decision that you want to make. Make it precise and make it with little options. Don't go for more options. Brainstorming is good, but as long as you can filter, funnel, which is required for you. Achieve little tasks. My speech was a role player. Then I started my first icebreaker. Then I started the humorous speech contest and went to area, division, district, semifinals. Everything has a step. Make them as small tasks and achieve them. Believe in the process, not what? Not about the things that fears you. Your dream is bigger. Your fear has to be always small. So don't run away with the fear, from the fear. Stay with it and smile at it and see how beautiful it is. Embrace it and tell, I have a bigger dream than you. So you wait, I need to achieve it. With that, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dylan Joseph. And it will